We just got our first look at Springtrap. Markiplier has finally commented on his involvement in the movie. We might have confirmation of the movie's age rating. We got a potential exclusive character leak for you. And Freddy's pizza place has been destroyed. All this and more in your exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the 5 Nights at Freddy's movie. We say it every week, but the FNAF movie news has been absolutely crazy. Today, we've compiled some of the most interesting news, leaks, and info to give you an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the 5 Nights at Freddy's movie. While the plot details of the movie will be light in this video, if you want to go into the FNAF movie completely blind, it would be irresponsible for us not to issue a light spoiler warning. Let's start this week's behind-the-scenes coverage with an update regarding the FNAF movie's age rating. For what feels like years, 5 Nights at Freddy's fans have discussed, debated, and generally weighed in with their opinion on what age rating certificate Blumhouse should aim for with the FNAF movie. A large section of the fandom is dead set on an R rating, as they feel the movie must include excess blood and gore to truly represent the dark and twisted horror franchise. Whereas others have argued that an R rating would alienate a large portion of the fandom under the age of 18. The discussion around the movie's age rating comes right on the heels of Blumhouse's recent Megan movie. Blumhouse is of course the studio working on the FNAF movie, but recently they faced some backlash as the PG-13 rating Megan received effectively left the film bloodless. So how does all this relate to our first behind-the-scenes news story of the week? Well, early this week, newly cast actor Michael P. Sullivan was asked by a fan whether or not the film would be rated R. He replied by saying, "Not sure yet, but I think so." This certainly isn't the concrete confirmation many fans will be looking for. Nevertheless, it certainly is a feather for that side of the fandom's hat. If we were to break away from the strict facts of the situation at this current time to offer our analysis, we still believe it makes more sense for the movie to aim for a PG-13 rating. R-rated horror movies like A Chapter 1 can certainly be successful, but they are fewer and far between. A movie such as A Chapter 1 has also been a staple of pop culture for far longer than FNAF has, in turn widening its target audience. A PG-13 would widen the potential audience of the movie massively. I feel some fans are worried that a PG-13 rating will neuter the upcoming project, but there is a ton of great PG-13 horror movies that have been able to push the envelope and deliver some great frights. And after all, isn't part of the horror appeal of the 5 Nights of Freddy's what you don't see? This will no doubt be a divisive subject matter, so we encourage you guys to get involved. Leave a comment below and let us know what age rating you want for the FNAF movie, and also let us know why. Elsewhere, we want to circle back to a topic we have been following for a couple of weeks now. When we last checked in at Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza Place, we saw the actual Jim Henson animatronic of Freddy outside of the pizza place, leaving some to speculate what could be going on here. Well, whatever it was, it looks like they are finished, as this week we got confirmation that they are officially dismantling the set, affirming that the filmmakers have completed filming at this location. Some fans will no doubt be sad to say goodbye to this location. I think there was some hope this would become a permanent tourist site for fans to visit and get photos in front of the iconic pizzeria. I guess fans will have to hold on to the hope that the success of the movie could lead to a permanent Freddy's Pizza location in one of Universal's parks. This week, Markiplier finally commented on his involvement in the movie. For those who are unfamiliar or even new to the FNAF community, Markiplier's influence on the 5 Nights at Freddy's franchise cannot be understated. Mark is sometimes referred to by his self-stylized title as the King of 5 Nights at Freddy's by his and the game's fanbase due to his perseverance and strive to 100% each title in the main series. You could quite easily suggest that this franchise wouldn't be as big as it is today without Markiplier's gameplay videos. This week, Markiplier sat down with Variety to discuss his current and upcoming projects. When asked about his possible participation in the FNAF movie, Markiplier had a bit of a confusing reply. Everyone wants to know there was a lot of confusion. Yeah, I can't say anything particular about that. There was a lot of scheduling conflict, and I can't say anything. Well, if anything, the mention of a scheduling conflict certainly confirms that the two sides have been in contact. How else would they know each side's schedule if not? Whatever the case, the ambiguity of Markiplier's response has not deterred fans too much, and many of his followers have expressed their hope that he is truly involved in the 5 Nights at Freddy's adaptation. This is certainly looking promising. Now a reporter just has to ask Matt Pat the same question. Before we get to our biggest news story of the week, we wanted to bring you up to speed with all of the latest casting announcements for the movie. Spoiler alert, there has been a lot. First up, we have the previously mentioned Michael P. Sullivan. He confirmed his involvement in the project through a Facebook post. He also confirmed that his character is completely original and does not appear anywhere else in the franchise. Next up, we have the casting of actress Bailey Winston. who has been cast as a character known as Kim. This seems to be an original character created for the movie. We then have Tadase Young, who is set to play Dr. Lillian. This casting pairs nicely with another casting announcement. We knew that Victoria Payton had been cast as a social worker in the movie. It's certainly interesting that we now have 2 confirmed characters that work in the medical/well-being department. We also got news that Jimmy Basford is joining the cast. He also leaked some information about his role, responding to a Facebook fan message writing, "Yes, I'm paired with a lady," in brackets, wife, and are in the chase/water fight scene a lot. This water flight scene is likely a reference to the leaked Josh Hutcherson scene we spotlighted in the last episode of our behind-the-scenes coverage. If you want to go back and check out that video, there will be a link in the description of this video. Rounding up this absolutely massive week of casting announcements is an open casting call for the role of young Vanessa. We already know that actress Elizabeth Lale will be playing the adult version of this role. There is some speculation that this could be Vanessa, also known as Vanny. Fans have long speculated that the A last name could stand for Afton, but there are some timeline issues that make this difficult to say for certain. We also have somewhat of an exclusive that could confirm the appearance of an actual Afton offspring within the movie. Earlier this week, we were contacted by a source who claims they are acquaintances with someone who has been cast in the movie. Unfortunately, we were able to 100% confirm and prove the information we received, so we want to warn you that you should take the following information with a huge grain of salt. This certainly isn't confirmed. The source we spoke to essentially told us that their acquaintance would be appearing in the movie with a costume that she believed looked similar to Elizabeth Afton, the daughter of William Afton. Again, we have to remind you we haven't been able to 100% confirm this information, but once we do, we'll come back to this and update you. It's time to round up our behind-the-scenes coverage with the biggest news story of this week. This week, someone was touring the Jim Henson Creature Shop and snapped a picture from their visit and uploaded it to Instagram in a now-deleted post. Five Nights at Freddy's fans were quick to notice a fan-favorite animatronic hidden in one of the posts. There is some debate amongst fans whether this is straight-up Springtrap or simply withered Spring Bonnie. For those not so deep in the FNAF lore, this can be confusing, so let us try to explain why there is some debate around this reveal. Springtrap was originally a Spring Bonnie suit that doubled as both an animatronic and a costume suit. As shown in the FNAF 3 minigames, William Afton, who had found out there are souls trapped in the animatronics, came back to the pizzeria that has been closed down to destroy Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. The souls were freed from the animatronics and cornered William Afton into the safe room. Trying to protect himself, William put himself into the Spring Bonnie suit. However, as the room was wet due to raindrops, the faulty spring locks in the suit started to malfunction and snapped, severely impaling William and killing him and birthing Springtrap. We already know William Afton is set to appear in the upcoming movie, and it seems likely that the filmmakers will want to show this defining character moment within the movie. We similarly know that Matthew Lillard has signed on to reprise his role for 3 pictures.
But I just got cast in a movie called Five Nights at Freddy's.
Which congratulations.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's a 3-picture deal with Universal and Blumhouse.
A Springtrap end credit scene would certainly be something we could imagine materializing. But until we get to see it on the big screen, where do you stand on this reveal? Full on Springtrap or Spring Bonnie? Leave a comment below and let us know. And that ends our behind-the-scenes coverage for another week, for now at least. If you enjoyed this video and would like us to make a 4th part when we get more information, please leave a comment below and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to the SLUURP YouTube channel for more Five Nights at Freddy's coverage, speculation, and concepts all the way up until the movie's release.
Hey SLUURP heads, did you know we're on TikTok? If you're a fan of the content we put out on this channel, you're not going to want to miss this. It's more of what you love plus exclusive content you won't see anywhere else. Head over now and help us reach 10,000 followers.